week 2 of the book. Okay, as you can see in the first page, that is page 46. On page 46, I want you guys to check that in the top says that we have to focus on the reading of the awesome reader, that is Earth is a Wonderful Place. We already read this one. So we're going to start by doing activity number 1. It says complete the sentences using the words in the box. The words in the box are the same that we have over here of the keywords that you already investigated them and you send them to me in the past homeworks. Let's just review. Coral reef. It's in the coast, usually, where we have these big groups of coral there. And harmful, something that can damage you. Hyenas are these ones in the bottom that are scavengers. Mangroves. It's a place where it has lots of water, it has roots, or some kind of trees that usually make like platforms or like spaces where animals can live on top of them. We remember that we talked about it when we talked about crocodiles and their habitat. Plankton, those little organisms that live in the ocean and many fish eat, like the one that is in SpongeBob, plankton. Restore is when something is damaged and you fix it to make it better. So, please, we're going to answer activity number 1 with those words. We have grasslands that come in the reading, and we have Voltaire that is from the past week. Okay? And you have to look for the words right there too. You have to get in pairs. It says to get in pairs here and circle true or not true. In the first one, it says the ocean is the largest ecosystem in the planet. True, not true, or possible. Okay? Please answer this one by yourselves so we can check it. In activity number 3, it says work with 2 classmates. You don't have 2 classmates, so we will have to do it by ourselves. Discuss how ecosystems can be damaged and preserved in general terms. This one, we already talked about it when we were reading, so I'm not going to make you work twice. Please make a line with your highlighter on this one and write in class, because we did it in the reading. We talked about fires, we talked about pollution, we talked about everything that was a damage for the ecosystems, okay? In the bottom, it says with a classmate again, so you're not going to do that one with a classmate, you're going to do it by yourself. It says to do a rule of the environment protection. One of you is going to be an agent, and it was supposed that another one of you was going to answer the questions. I only want you to write 3 questions, okay? 3 questions, like making an interview. In this one, you're going to make an interview to a person that is dedicated to preserve the environment. What would you ask this person? For example, you can say, what actions are you taking to preserve the forest? Or you can focus on the ocean, or you can focus on another ecosystem, the one that you want. But please write 3 questions, okay? Don't write the answers so we can work in teams later, but just write 3 questions, okay? Next activity. In the activity of page 48, activity number 1, we have some more keywords. Change your mind. Change your mind is when you change your opinion. Farmer, a person that lives in a farm and takes care of the farm. Mammals. We have different kinds of animals, remember. Animals that are born by eggs and animals that are born by their mother. Those are mammals. Owner, the one that has the property of something. Politician, a person dedicated to politics. And strongly means like when something is believed, for example, in very right way, in a very emotional way, when you are very committed to something, okay? That is strongly, when you have a strong belief in something or someone, okay? So in activity number 1, determine how strongly you agree or disagree using this word with each of these statements by circling the option. In the first one, it is, in order to survive, human beings have no other choice but to modify nature and hurt the environment. All of these ones are with your opinion, okay? So we don't have any correct or incorrect answers. This depends on you. You have to circle if you strongly disagree, that that you don't agree, disagree, agree, or strongly agree, okay? And we're going to check it in class. Draw your favorite animal eating its favorite food. Please make a drawing right there. And in the bottom says teams of 4. We're not going to do that activity. Please make a line and write online class. In activity number 3, we have farmer, business owner, politician, and scientist. We have 4 different professions, 4 different people dedicating to a different profession. Here in this ones, you have to find the important concepts and ideas of the text while pretending you are one of these people. What would that change your mind about ecosystems? If you were a farmer, what would you think about an ecosystem? If you were a business owner, what would you think about an ecosystem? If you were a politician, what would you think about an ecosystem? And if you were a scientist, what would you think about an ecosystem? We're going to check those opinions too. Remember, it's your opinion. You have to watch the environments or see the environments like if you were one of these 4 people. In the next one, each member of the team will have to act like a character. We're not going to do that one because you're already doing the opinion. So please make a line with the highlighter in this activity. Next one. We're already in quick language and it's activity number 1. In your activities in the platform, I will put the track so you can listen to it, but you can also read it. And you have to underline all the words with apostrophes. For example, springs. I want you to underline it with your highlighter, okay? As well as mans. There you go, okay? So check all of the reading and underline it with your highlighter. We have some words right here. We have chip, complaint, inedible, potato, steak, and undercooked. Remember that we already talked about chips in British English, that these are called chips, okay? Here, these ones are called chips. When you make like slices of potato, those are called chips. Complaint, when you disagree with something and you give your opinion, that is a complaint. Inedible, that you cannot eat it. Potatoes, these ones are the potatoes, the ones on the picture, because they are vegetable. Steak, a piece of meat. And undercooked, something that is not cooked completely, okay? In the activity number 2, you have to underline the correct word to complete the sentence. As you can see, it's with pronouns, but possessive pronouns. And we are checking the possessive with the apostrophe S, okay? So it says, George Crumb was the proud chef of Saratoga Springs or Saratoga Springs Moon Lake Launch Resort. So in this case will be the second one, okay? Please underline it with your highlighter, the one that you think is correct. Next one, activity number 3. In activity number 3, again, we're going to use the possessives. Please check that tutorial for possessive, okay? It will be on your platform as well, and it will be on YouTube. So we can underline the one that is correct. You don't have to write it in the line, just underline it with your highlighter, okay? And in activity number 4, write a small poem describing some of your family's possession. For example, my sister Pat's cat is really fat. I don't want you to write a poem. I want you to write 10 sentences. 10 sentences using apostrophe and a noun to describe possession, okay? That is what you guys are going to do. And that will take us to the next page. of quick language, we finish this one. It says, list your top 3 moments of life. With one moment of life that you think it's important, that will be awesome. Okay. In the next one, you have another track that it will be in your platform. My favorite fragrance. Okay. And you have full list, fragrances, ours, perfume, theirs, and yours. Let's start from the back. Yours, theirs, and ours. Possessive pronouns. Fragrances, the smell of something. Perfume, and fullest. For this one, a fullest, you will find an example in the reading. Okay, I will give an extra point for the one that tells me the meaning of fullest in the class. Okay, so I hope that you saw all of this video because I'm going to give an extra point for that one. Describe what you are smelling now. I'm smelling coffee. So I will make a drawing of a coffee and I will write it. And I would think it smells sweet because it's sweet coffee. In the activity number 2, it says circle the dialogue using the words. Complete the dialogue. Sorry, complete the dialogue using the words from the box. You have her, hers. Remember that one is an object pronoun and another one is a possessive pronoun. So you have to see the tutorial from pronouns and the tutorial for possessive pronouns too to answer this one. Next one, still in quick language. Determiners, possessive pronouns, possessive determiners. You will also have a tutorial for this one, okay? So please check it on YouTube and on your platform. And you have to organize these sentences, okay? Unscramble the words and punctuation marks to form a complete sentence. Try to do it on yourselves and we will check it in class, okay? Just put it in order. You can start by the capital letters as the start of your sentence and you have some punctuation marks like semicolon or a period, okay? So you know that the period goes at the end of the sentence. That's a help. And in the last part, which smell is the worst? The fullest smell I've ever smelled. Remember that you have to look for the meaning of fullest as an extra point and write your answer. The fullest smell my teammates have ever smelled. In this one, talking about teammates, I want you to ask someone in your family. And the winner is which one of the two is the fullest, and I want you guys to answer it. Okay? In the next activity, we are already passing to clever writing, but that will be in your class number 3. So class number 2 goes up to page 53. Thank you very much, you guys. I hope to see you soon. Bye.